Friends, we will start multiple choice questions in the topic of admission of a new partner. Having listened about the admission and did the practical problems also, I don't think so multiple choice questions you will find much of a difficulty. So let us start with a new partner can be admitted into the partnership with the consent of all the partners. C is the right answer. Question number 2. When a new partner is admitted to the partnership firm, then old partnership firm gets dissolved and a new firm come into the play. So dissolution of the firm happens with admission of a new partner, retirement of a partner, death of a partner, change in the profit sharing ratio. In all these situations, what will happen? Old firm gets dissolved and a new firm comes into play. A is the right answer. Question number 3. At the time of admission of a new partner, goodwill raised should be written off. In which ratio? Goodwill, full amount if it is accounted for, goodwill will be raised in the old ratio among the old partners and it will be written off among the all partners in the new profit sharing ratio. This answer of A, new profit sharing ratio, will be correct only in a situation when goodwill is raised to the full extent. If goodwill is raised only to the extent of the new partner's share in it, then such a goodwill must be written off among the old all the partners in their the sacrificing ratio. If goodwill is raised in the books only to the extent of the new partner's share in it and distributed among the old partners in their sacrificing ratio, then once it is written off, it will be written off only through the new partner's capital account as a point. But in this question, the answer we are saying new profit sharing ratio on what protects? Goodwill on admission, it will be raised to its full extent. Once it is raised, it will be raised in the old profit sharing ratio among the old partners and it will be written off among all the partners in their new profit sharing ratio. Write down, when goodwill is raised to the full extent, when goodwill is raised to the full extent, it will be written off. It will be written off among all the partners in their new profit sharing ratio. In their new profit sharing ratio. That is question number 3. A is the right answer. Question number 4. When an incoming partner brings his share of goodwill in cash, it should be adjusted by crediting to whose account? Under the premium method, what you learned, that is, once goodwill is brought in cash by the new partner, that should be distributed among the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. But it will be distributed to whom? It will be distributed to the capital accounts of the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. C is the right answer. Question number 5. When a new partner is admitted to the partnership, the proportion in which the existing partners surrender their shares in the profit is called as what? That is called as sacrificing ratio. B is the right answer. B is the right answer. Question number 6. When an incoming partner purchases his share from one of the existing partner, then total of the assets of the firm do not change. See, in this particular situation, what is happening? New partner is not bringing any cash and it is only one partner is sacrificing and allowing the new partner to come in. So in that case, there will not be any change in the total assets. When there will be change in the total assets, in case if the goodwill is raised in the books or in case if a premium is brought in by the new partner towards his share of goodwill. If that is not the case, if only one partner sacrifices for the other person and the other person do not bring any cash and all, that is, let us suppose X, Y are the two partners 50-50%. Now X's son is joining and X is giving 50% of his share of 50% to his son. In that case, X's son will not bring anything, simply total of the assets remain unchanged. A is the right answer. Question number 7. if partners decide not to change the book value of the assets and liabilities on the admission of the new partner, then account prepared to adjust the profit and loss arising on account of changes in the value of the assets and liabilities is called as memorandum revaluation account. I explained already the concept of memorandum revaluation when I discussed with you the concept. What is memorandum revaluation? When memorandum revaluation is required. Generally friends, whenever a new partner is getting admitted, the old partners will what? The old partners will revalue the assets and liabilities. But if it is decided that although for the purpose of the admission revaluation is to be carried out, but there should not be any change in the assets and liabilities, then what they will do? First they will revalue the assets and find out the profit or loss on account of revaluation, distribute the same among the old partners, and again they will reverse all such increases and decreases in the value of the assets and liabilities, and whatever the loss that arises out of the revaluation will be transferred to all the partners in their new profit sharing ratio. This kind of exercise they do through memorandum revaluation account. Memorandum revaluation account का जरूरत कब पड़ता? जब partners decide not to change the book value of the assets, then for the limited purpose of knowing what is the profit on revaluation, that is to go to the old partners, and how that is to be again written off. For that purpose they will prepare the memorandum revaluation account. Right, in one small sentence, memorandum revaluation account is prepared. Memorandum revaluation account is prepared when partners decide not to change the book value of the assets. When partners decide not to change the book value of the assets and the liabilities. So for question number 7, C is the right answer. Question number 8. In the absence to an agreement to the contrary, it is implied that the old partners will contribute to the new partners' share of profit in the ratio of, if nothing is mentioned, simply it is stated that A and B are partners, they admitted C as a new partner. Nothing is stated regarding the old profit sharing ratio or new profit sharing ratio. That means old profit sharing ratio is also equal, new profit sharing ratio is also equal. In that case, new partner is getting admitted into the old firm by old partners making sacrifice in equal ratios or in the old profit sharing ratios. So, if nothing is mentioned, then the sacrifices are presumed to have been made in the old profit sharing ratio only is a point. B is the right answer. Question number 9. On admission of a new partner, the increase in the value of the asset is credited to the profit and loss adjustment account, or the same you can also call it as a revaluation account. On admission of a new partner, क्या होगा friends? Assets are to be revalued. If there is an increase in the value of the asset, asset का value increase कैसे कर देते आप? Asset को further debit करने से, और वो profit को कहाँ पे ले लेते आप? Profit and loss adjustment account को, नहीं तो revaluation account को. Write the entry, asset account dated to profit and loss adjustment accounts. Asset account dated to profit and loss adjustment accounts. Question number 10. The balance in the profit and loss adjustment account on admission of the partner is transferred to, you will make a revaluation through profit and loss adjustment account, and that profit on revaluation will be transferred to the old partner's capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. A is the right answer. So whenever admission of a new partner happens, there they will carry out the revaluation of the assets and liabilities. Profit or losses on account of revaluation of the assets and liabilities will be transferred to the profit and loss adjustment account. Such net revaluation profit will be distributed to the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. A is the right answer. Question number 11. On admission of a partner, decrease in the value of the machinery is debited to. If the value of the machinery is getting reduced, write the entry profit and loss adjustment account dated to asset. एसेट को डिक्रीज करना बोले तो उसको क्रेडिट कर दो और प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस एडजस्टमेंट अकाउंट को डेबिट कर दो. द सेम प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस एडजस्टमेंट अकाउंट वी ऑल्सो कॉल इट फ्रेंड्स एज रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट. B is the right answer. Question number 12. The balance of the memorandum revaluation account is transferred to the capital accounts of the partners in what ratio? First, revaluation करके वो profit को old partners को old profit sharing ratio में कर देते और reverse करके memorandum revaluation prepare करके उस loss को that will be distributed among all the partners in their new profit sharing ratio. It is just like raising the goodwill and writing off the goodwill. Raising कैसे करते old profit sharing ratio में कर देते, writing off कैसे करते new profit sharing ratio में कर देते. वैसा ही जब भी assets revaluation हो जाता and the partners don't want to bring the changes in the assets and liabilities, then they have to prepare the memorandum revaluation, and loss on reverse revaluation will be debited to the all partners in their new profit sharing ratio is a point to be remembered. Question number 13. For X to be admitted as a nominal partner in a firm of A and B, X should contribute an asset to the partnership firm. What is it? For X to be admitted as nominal partner in a firm A and B. So कोई भी पार्टनरशिप में आना बोले तो क्या करना, उन्होंने एक एसेट लाना पड़ेगा, एटलीस्ट ₹1 contribution has to made, so should contribute an asset to the partnership firm. C is the right answer. So must purchase an interest from one or both of the partners, contribute cash to the partnership firm, should contribute an asset to the partnership firm, is not to contribute any asset to the partnership firm. So C is the right answer. Question number 14. Z is admitted in a firm for 1/4 share in the profits for which he brings 30,000 for goodwill. It will be taken away by old partners X and Y in which ratio? When a new partner brings into the firm his share of the profit, his share in goodwill, that will be distributed among the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. Write down, that is goodwill brought in by the new partner, goodwill brought in by the new partner will be distributed among the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. In their sacrificing ratio. C is the right answer. Question number 15. If old partners decide not to disturb the book value of the assets and liabilities will appear in the balance sheet at their old values. In case if they decide not to change, then assets and liabilities continue to appear at their old values only. B is the right answer. Question number 16. The balance in the investment fluctuation fund after meeting the loss on revaluation of the investment at the time of admission will be transferred to C. Friends, please remember, reserve represents undistributed profits. If there are any reserves at the time of admission of a partner, such reserves always will be belonging to whom? To the old partners. Let us suppose myself and Divya are doing a business and we have reserves to the tune of 1 lakh. Reserve means what? Undistributed profit. Now Monica wants to join with us as a partner. Before her joining itself, what we have to do? We have to distribute the profits and transfer the same to our capital account. वैसा नहीं करे तो क्या होगा दिव्या? कल के दिन मोनिका आके वो प्रॉफिट में मेरे को भी शेयर दे दो बोल के बोल देते. That is the reason why at the time of admission of a partner, any profits which are still remaining undistributed in the form of the reserve, that should always be transferred to the capital account of the old partners is a point. A is the right answer. Question number 17. Depreciation fund at the time of admission of a partner. Depreciation fund is an profit set aside to replace the asset and all. So it is more like a provision for a particular loss which should be distinguished from a reserve. Only reserves which are standing, which are there at the time of admission of a partner only should be transferred to the capital account of the partner's friends. Any provisions which are there to meet the losses or expenditure, that should still continue to be there even after the admission. So they are not going to be transferred. Depreciation fund is not to be transferred to the partner's capital account because that does not represent the undistributed profit. It is a profit set aside for the purpose of what? Meeting the loss arising out of the asset losing its utility. Question number 17D is the right answer. The whole lot of point here is what? At the time of admission of a new partner, if there are some reserves, they are to be transferred. If there are some provisions, they still to be continued even after the admission of the new partner. That is the whole lot of the point in question number 17. Of course, having listened that admission of a partner and doing the problems, this question should not appear more difficult for you. Question number 18. If the incoming partner is to bring his share of goodwill in the cash and there exists any balance in the goodwill account, then this goodwill account is to be written off among the old partners. Any writing off of the goodwill is to happen in which ratio? See, point here is the incoming partner is to bring his share of goodwill in cash. Then what is the entry? First, goodwill account debtor to, what is it? Old partners capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio. And whenever the cash comes, cash account debtor to a goodwill account will be the points. So, the incoming partner is to bring his share of goodwill in cash and there exists any balance in the goodwill account, then goodwill account is to be written off among the old partners. See, at the time of the admission itself in the balance sheet, if there is some goodwill, that represents a capital loss. Such a capital loss, just like how in case by the time of admission of a new partner, if any profits are there, how they are distributed to the partners capital accounts in their old profit sharing ratio, like that only at the time of admission of the new partner itself, if there is some goodwill that is appearing in the balance sheet, that must be treated as a capital loss and such a capital loss must be written off among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio is a point. B is the right answer. Question number 19. When the incoming partner brings his share of goodwill in cash, it is adjusted by crediting old partner's capital account. When new partner brings cash towards his share of goodwill, already we discussed in the earlier discussion of theory and the practical problems. What is it? Entries wise, what we have studied there, when a new partner comes in and brings cash towards his share of goodwill, entry is goodwill account debtor to old partner's capital account, cash account debtor to goodwill account. So in that case, goodwill will be distributed among the old partners in which ratio? Old profit sharing ratio. The right answer is C is the right answer. Question number 20. State the effects of the following transactions on the revaluation account. The liabilities are revalued upward on admission of a partner. If a liability is getting increased, means how to pass the entry? Liability को बढ़ाना बोले तो liability को credit करना, revaluation account को debit करना. Write the entry. Revaluation account debtor to liability. So revaluation account will get debited as a point. Revaluation account debtor to liability. Liability को क्यों credit कर रहे हैं आप? क्योंकि वो upward जा रहा, increase हो रहा बोल के. Question number 21. Balance of the general reserve on admission of a partner. There will be nil balance in the general reserve because at the time of admission of a partner, if any reserves are there, all those reserves must be transferred to the old partner's capital accounts. So once general reserve is completely distributed to the old partner's capital account, then there will be no balance in the general reserve account. Is a point to be noted. So what is it? No effects. D is the right answer. 22. The assets are brought downward on admission of a partner. Assets downward हुए तो revaluation को क्या होता? Debit हो जाएगा. Write the entry revaluation account debtor to assets. Downward होना बोले तो revaluation को debit करके assets को credit कर देना. ये is the right answer. 23. An unrecorded asset on the admission of a partner. If there is an unrecorded asset, now you have to bring that asset into the books. Write the entry asset account debtor to revaluation. Unrecorded asset को अब रिकॉर्ड करना बोले तो asset को create करना. asset को कैसे create करते? asset को debit करना और revaluation को credit करना. तो credit is the answer on what protects. What will happen to the revaluation account बोल के हम आपको क्वेश्चन दे रहे हैं, तो वो यदि क्वेश्चन हुए तो आंसर विल बी द क्रेडिट. Anyhow, entry I already taught you. 24. Decrease in the value of the bills payable on admission of a partner. Bills payable is a liability. उसमें decrease हुआ बोले तो entry क्या है? Bills payable account debtor to revaluation. Write the entry. Bills payable account dated to revaluation. Revaluation को क्या हो रहा? Credit हो रहा. B is the right answer. Question number 25. The amount of life policy received on the death of a partner. Life policy proceeds on death of a partner. यदि आप receive करें तो entry क्या है? Bank account dated to life policy account. Bank account dated to life policy account. So no effect on the revaluation account. No effect on the revaluation account. Because the entry is bank account dated to life insurance policy. Question number 26. When the incoming partner brings his share of goodwill in the cash and it is further decided to show the goodwill at rupees 5,000 in the books of accounts, then the amount required to be shown in the new balance sheet will be raised in which ratio? In the new profit sharing ratio. In the old profit sharing ratio, in the capital ratio, sacrificing ratio. First try to understand the question. When the incoming partner brings his share of goodwill in cash, once he brings goodwill in cash, then no goodwill will appear in the balance sheet. Got the point? Why? Because the entry is goodwill account dated to capital account and cash account dated to goodwill account. तो जो नया पार्टनर कैश में ला रहे उसके लिए गुडविल तो कैसा भी बैलेंस शीट में अपीयर नहीं होता. फिर भी ये लोग और ज्यादा 5,000 रुपीज बैलेंस शीट में लाना बोले सोचे तो ऑन एडमिशन ऑफ ए पार्टनर इफ दे वांट टू रेज द गुडविल and show the same at 5,000, then it should be raised among all the partners including the new partner in the new profit sharing ratio. So C is the right answer. Question number 27. Sacrificing ratio is used at the time of admission of a partner. With the admission of a partner, old partners are going to make the sacrifice. So sacrificing ratio is a term used at the time of admission of a partner. Question number 28. Premium method is used for the goodwill treatment in case of admission of a partner. Already we discussed about all these methods when we discussed the goodwill. Premium method. What are all the different methods? Premium method, revaluation method and memorandum revaluation method. So premium method is used in the goodwill and in case of admission of a partner. Question number 29. A is admitted as a nominal partner in a firm of X and Y and Z. He can become a partner by. अच्छा, ये क्वेश्चन ऐसा पढ़ना कैसा? नॉमिनल पार्टनर बोले तो कुछ भी नहीं लाते. Just like that will come and he will participate in the business. He is only working partner. तो ऐसा working partners बिना capital लाके भी बन सकते. तो by not contributing any asset to the partnership firm. So earlier question need to be amended, friends. Earlier also we discussed a similar question like this. There you make it not contributing any asset to the partnership firm is a correct, because he is only a nominal partner. Nominal partner means the one who do not bring any capital, who only want to come and be a partner only in terms of working and all. B is the right answer. Question number 30. Assertion. On the admission of a partner, when a new partner brings his share of goodwill in cash, it is distributed to the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Reason: prior to the admission, the old partners were sharing the profits and losses in the old ratio. Reason is correct, but assertion is not. Assertion is correct. Reasoning is not a correct reasoning. See, point here is like the assertion is correct, but the reasoning is not a correct reasoning. On admission of a partner, when a new partner brings his share of goodwill in cash, it is distributed to the old partners in the old profit sharing ratio. That assertion is correct. Of course, it will be correct provided they also sacrifice in their old profit sharing ratio only. If they are sacrificing and their old ratio are different, then even assertion is wrong. Because when a new partner brings cash towards his share of goodwill, then it is to be distributed among the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. Of course, if the sacrificing and old ratio continues to be the one and same, then it is correct on our part to say that the amount will be distributed in the old profit sharing ratio. But if that is not the case, if the sacrificing is not in the old ratio, then the amount brought in by the new partner need to be distributed in the which ratio? in their sacrificing ratio. So first statement is incorrect. What is the second statement? Prior to the admission, old partners were sharing the profits and losses in the old ratio. So first what the answer says, first statement is incorrect, but second is correct. Second statement wise is it correct? Statement wise it is very much correct, that prior to the admission of the new partner, old partners were distributing the profits and losses in the old ratio is a correct statement only. First statement is assertion is wrong. Reasoning statement wise it is correct, but that is not the explanation. You can't have an explanation for a wrong statement, a wrong assertion. D is the right answer. Question number 31. When goodwill account is written off after the admission of the old partners, after the admission, old partners capital accounts are dash in their ratio, are debited in the profit sharing ratio. So what is it? Writing off will be done in what way? Writing off will be done by debiting the capital accounts of the partners. When the goodwill account is written off after the admission of old partners capital accounts are debited in which ratio? In the new profit sharing ratio. Right? Their new profit sharing ratio. D is the right answer. Question number 32. A new partner is supposed to get share of the future profits according to the agreement. So how much the new partner should get depends upon the agreement between the partners is the point. A new partner is supposed to get his share of future profit according to the partnership agreement. How much he need to bring towards his share of the goodwill is again going to be decided based on the partnership agreement is a point. D is the right answer. Question number 33. For any decrease in the value of a liability come हुए तो on admission you are going to prepare the revaluation account, write the entry, revaluation account debtor to liability account debtor to revaluation account. Liability account debtor to revaluation account. For any decrease in the value of a liability, revaluation account is to be credited, because entry is liability account debtor to revaluation account. That made us to say that the revaluation account is to be credited is a point. Then question number 34, friends. Accumulated losses are transferred to the capital accounts of the partners at the time of admission. In which ratio? In their old profit sharing ratio. Right? Accumulated transferred to the capital accounts of the partners at the time of admission in their old profit sharing ratio. C is the right answer, provided there you write old profit sharing ratio. Question number 35. X and Y are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 1:3. A is admitted as a partner with 1/4 in the profits. The new profit sharing ratio of X, Y and A will be. So this is very important. These kind of questions are very important. What is their old ratio? 1:3. What is the new profit sharing ratio of the new partner? 1/4. How do you calculate the new profit sharing ratio? Write down. That is, if new profit sharing ratio is not given, if new profit sharing ratio is not given, then we should distribute remaining share between the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio, First, remaining share is equal to 1 minus new partner's share. 1 minus new partner's share. That is 1 minus 1/4 is equal to 1 minus 1/4 is equal to 3/4. Now A's new share is equal to remaining share into old share. Remaining share into old share. What is remaining share? 3 by 4 into 1 by 4. 3 by 4 into 1 by 4 is equal to how much? 3 by 16. B's new share is equal to remaining share into old share. That is 3 by 4 into 3 by 4. How much it is, friends? 9 by 16. C's new share कैसा? उसको भी हम 16 डिनोमिनेटर से करना बोले तो क्या करते? 1 by 4 into 4 by 4. 1 by 4 into 4 by 4. 4 by 1 by 4 into 4 by 4. 4 by 16. 1 by 4 into 4 by 4 is equal to 4 by 16, nahi? Don't make it again 1 by 4. I want to have all the people denominator at 16. A का डिनोमिनेटर कितना? 3 by 16. B का डिनोमिनेटर कितना? 9 by 16. C का भी डिनोमिनेटर 16 होना बोले तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? 1 by 4 को multiplied by 4 divided by 4. 4 by 16 हो जाएगा. तब what is the ratio of ABC? 3:9:4. Got the point? So if nothing is given about the sacrificing ratio, then how to calculate the new profit sharing ratio? First you have to calculate the remaining share. Such a remaining share is to be distributed among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Later on you should see all the people will get the same denominator. 35D is the right answer. Question number 36. A and B share the profits and losses in the ratio of 7:3. X is admitted as a new partner entitled to 3 by 7 share in the firm. X takes 1 by 7th from A, 2 by 7th from B. The new ratio of A, B and X will be, write down, new share is equal to, new share of the old partner is equal to, new share of the old partner is equal to old share minus sacrificing share. Old share minus sacrificing share. That is new share of A. New share of A. 7 by 10. 7 by 10 minus 1 by 7. 7 by 10 minus 1 by 7. How much it is? How much it is? I think students can do it very well. 7 by 10 minus 1 by 7. 10 and 7 common factor is how much? LCM is how much? 39 by 70. Thanks, Amma. 39 by 70. Like that, Mr. B का कैसे करते आप? 3 by 10 minus 2 by 7. 3 by 10 minus 2 by 7. 1 by 70. How to bring X also divided by 70? 3 by 7 into 10 by 10. That is 30 by 70. So what is the new ratio of ABX? 39:1:30. So in the earlier problem they have not given the sacrifice ratio, whereas here they have given the sacrifice ratio. When sacrifice ratio is given, new ratio is equal to old ratio minus sacrifice ratio will give you the new ratio. 36D is the right answer. 37. X, Y and Z are in the partnership. with a profit sharing ratio of 5:4:3. A is admitted as a new partner for 1/6 of the share. The sacrificing ratio of X, Y and Z will be. कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं आप? कैलकुलेट करो, पहले तो कैलकुलेट करो. Remaining share 1 minus 1/6 is equal to 1 minus 1/6 is equal to 5/6. New share of X 5/12 into 5/6. 5/12 into 5/6 is equal to how much? Keep it like that, 25/72. Keep it like that only, 25/72. और B का कितना होता है न्यू रेशियो? 4/12 into 5/6. 4/12 into 20/72. C का कर दो 3/12 into 5/6. 15/72. Now sacrificing ratio of A is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. Old ratio minus new ratio. That is 5/12 minus, what is the new ratio of A? What is the new ratio? Just now you calculated for A na? 25/72. 5/12 minus 25/72. 5/6 क्या है? What is 5/6? What is the formula for sacrificing ratio? Old ratio minus new ratio. What is old ratio? 5/12 minus, what is it? 25/72. How much it is coming to? 5/72. Like that if you see, for B and C 4/72 आ जाएगा और C का क्या आ जाएगा? 3/72. One thumb rule you just write down. Thumb rule लिख दो. If new ratio is not given, if the new ratio of the old partners is not given, and we are calculating the new ratio, by distributing the remaining share, then sacrificing ratio will be the old ratio only. So this rule you have to keep in the mind. Tomorrow in the exam you need not to do all this. If sacrificing ratio is not given and new ratio is calculated by distributing the remaining share in the old ratio, then sacrificing ratio and old ratio will be one and the same. If sacrificing ratio is not given, then it is to be presumed that sacrifice is made in the old ratio only. Question number 38. A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 4:3. C joins as a partner. The new ratio among A, B, C being 7:4:3. What is the sacrificing between A and B? So old ratio they have given, new ratio also they have given. Is it difficult to calculate the sacrificing ratio? No. Write down sacrificing ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. Old ratio minus new ratio. In case of A, what is it friends? 4/7 minus 7/14. 4 by 7 minus 1 by 14. In case of B, 3 by 7 minus 4 by 14. So what is the ratio? 1:2. D is the right answer. Question number 39. X, Y and Z are partners sharing the profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2. A is admitted for 1/10 of the share. What is the new profit sharing ratio? So calculate. Remaining share is equal to 1 minus 1 by 10. Remaining share is equal to 1 minus 1 by 10. 9 by 10. New share of A is equal to 4 by 9 into 9 by 10. 36 by 90. Right. New share of B, 3 by 9 into 9 by 10. 27 by 90. New share of C, 2 by 9 into 9 by 10. How much? 18 by 90. Or new share of A, 1 by 10 into 9 by 9. 9 by 90. Then all the numerator is in which ratio? 4:3:3:2. New share कितना आ गए? 36 divided by 90. B का कितना आ गए? हाँ? Alright. C का कितना आ गए? That means what is it? 9 कॉमन फैक्टर लगा दिए तो न्यूमरेटर में 4:3:2 न्यू शेयर ऑफ विद ए डिनोमिनेटर ऑफ 90 कितना? 9 by 91. So 4:3:2:1. Make it like that and C में सॉल्यूशन को एडजस्ट कर दो 4:3:2:1. C is the right answer. Then question number 40, friends. A and B are equal partners in a firm. They admitted C on the following condition. C should bring 10,000 as a capital and rupees 5,000 as goodwill. In future, A, B, C are going to share the profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1:2. A and B will share the goodwill in which ratio? Once new partner brings premium towards his share of goodwill, then that must be distributed among the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. Calculate the sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio of A, 1/2 minus 2/5. 1/2 is the old ratio minus 2/5. 3/10. Sacrificing ratio of B, 1/2 minus 1/5. 4/3 please calculate proper. 3/10. Okay. Then 1:3 is the ratio in which it will get distributed. So point here is old partners will share the amount which is brought in by the new partner towards his share of goodwill in their sacrificing ratio. What is the sacrificing ratio? 1:3. C is the right answer. Question number 41. A and B, who are partners, share profits in the ratio of 7:3. C is admitted as a new partner. A surrenders 1/7 of his share and B surrenders 1/3 of his share in favor of C. New profit sharing ratio will be what? Right. New share of C. First you calculate like this. Sacrifice made by A. Sacrifice made of A. How to calculate the sacrifice made of A? 7 into 1/7. 7 into 1 by 7, 1. Keep it like that. And sacrifice made by B, 3 into 1 by 3, 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to how much? 2. Keep it 2 like that. C's share is 2 shares. Now, what is A's new share? A's new share, how to calculate the A's new share? That is 7 by 10 minus 1 बोले तो कैसे बताना? 1 means 7 by 7, right? Right, 7 by 10 minus 7 by 7. How much it will be? 7 by 10 minus 7 by 7. That is, new ratio is equal to old ratio minus sacrificing ratio. So 7 by 10 minus let it, how much it is coming? Minus 3 by 10. See, what is that? A surrenders 1/7 of his share and B surrenders 1 by 3. अच्छा, in this case 2 आ गए ना? किसका 2 आ गए? C का 2 आ गए. So that you have to take it as 2 by 10. That you have to take it as 2 by 10. So like that you just like this you make it. What is it? 7 into 1 by 7, what you said? 1. So new ratio of A is equal to 7 minus 1. New ratio of A is equal to 7 minus 1, 6. New ratio of B is equal to 3 minus 1, 2. और C का शेयर कितना? 2. So 6 is to 2 is to 2. A is the right answer. Question number 42. A and B were sharing the profits and losses in which ratio? 1 is to 2. On admission of C as a new partner, the new profit sharing ratio of A and B is 1/3 and 1/4 respectively. What is the profit sharing ratio of C? So write down, sacrifice made by A is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. Sacrifice made by A is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3. कितना गए? 0. Right, let it be 0. Then sacrifice made by B. Sacrifice made by B is equal to 2 by 3 minus 1 by 4. 2 by 3 minus 1 by 4. How much? 2 by 3 minus 1 by 4. How much? 5 by 12. Please do it carefully. 2 by 3 minus, I am not asking very big questions. 2 by 3 minus 1 by 4. Friends, this is a very simple question. That is, what is that we are doing? A and B were sharing the profits and losses in the ratio of 1 is to 2. On admission of C, a new partner, the new profit sharing ratio of A is 1 by 3 and B is 1 by 4. So profit sharing ratio of C will be what? C will be getting from A some share, B some share. So how much A's sacrifice is there, how much B's sacrifice is there, we have to calculate. A's sacrifice से calculate करते, sacrificing ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. What is old ratio? 1 by 3. What is a new ratio? New ratio is also given as 1 by 3. 0 is his sacrifice. So sacrificing ratio of B is equal to what? Old ratio is what is it? 2 by 3 minus new ratio is what? 1 by 4. 3 or 4, LCM कितना? 12. 12 with 3 में how many times? 4 times. 12 3 में कितना टाइम्स? 4 into 2 is equal to how much? 8. 12 4 में कितना टाइम्स? 3 times. 3 into 1 is equal to how much? 3. That is equal to 5 by 12. So the right answer here is C is the right answer. Question number 43. A and B are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:3. C, a new partner, is admitted for 1/4 of the share. A and B, old partners, share C's profit into their profit sharing ratio. What is the new profit sharing ratio of A, B and C? So write down the steps. A and B are partners in a firm sharing the profits and losses in which ratio? In the ratio of 2:3. So A's old share 2/5, B's old share 3/5. Then C's new share is 1/4. C's new share is 1/4. Then remaining share is equal to 1 minus 1/4 is equal to 3/4. Then new share of A is equal to 3/4 into 2/5. 6/20. B ka 3/5 into 3/4 or 3/4 into 3/5. So 6:9:5. So D is the right answer. Question number 44. R and S are partners in a firm sharing the profits and losses in which ratio? 7:5. They admitted M as a 1/6 share, which he takes 1/24 from R and 1/8 from S. What is the new profit sharing ratio? Like the new profit sharing ratio of R is equal to 7/12 minus 1/24. 7/12 minus, what is it? 1/24. 24 is the LCM and 24 में 12 2 times, 2 into 7 is equal to 14. 24 में 1 time, 1 into 1 is equal to 1, that is equal to 13/24. In case of the B, it is 5/12 minus 1/8. 12 और 8 LCM कितना? LCM कैसे करते? 12 8. 4 is the common factor. 3 2. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 6 into 4 is equal to 24. 24 12 में से कितना टाइम? 2 times. 2 into 5 is equal to 10. 24 8 में कितने टाइम? 3 टाइम. 3 into 1 is equal to 3. That is equal to 7/24. So 13:7:4 is a point. How 1/6 को 24 डिनोमिनेटर कैसे आएगा? By multiplying with 4 and dividing with 4. So that this comes to 4/24 is a point. Then friends, question number 45. Question number 45. X and Y are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 1:1. They admitted Z for 1/5 of the share, who contributed 25,000 for his share of goodwill. The total value of the goodwill of the firm is, for 1/5 if it is 25,000, what will be the total value? कैसे करते? For 1/5 if it is 25,000, for 1/5 if it is 25,000, 1 क्या होगा? क्या करते? ये 5 उधर सेट गए तो मल्टीप्लीकेशन कर देते. 25,000 into 5 is equal to 1,25,000. D is the right answer. Question number 46. A and B are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:5. They admitted C on the condition that he will bring goodwill in case which is distributed between A, B, C's share of future profits and losses is to be 1/4. The new profit sharing ratio of A, B and C will be. So what is it? Nothing is stated regarding the sacrifice. Then sacrifice is said to be made in the old profit sharing ratio only. But again the same concept. Calculate remaining share is equal to 1 minus 1/4. That is equal to 3/4. That is equal to 3/4. So A's new share is equal to 2/7 into 3/4. 2/7 into 3/4. 6/28. B का कितना हुआ? 5/7 into 3/4. 15. So 6 is to 15 is to 7. 47. A and B are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:1. They have agreed to admit C into partnership firm. C is given 1/4 of the share in future profits, which he acquired in the ratio of 2:1 from A and B. So the new profit sharing ratio would be, what is it? That is, C is given 1/4 of the share in the future profits, which he acquired in the ratio of 2:1 from A and B. So पहले you just do it like this, that is 1/4 into 2/3. 1/4 into 2/3. 1/4 into 2/3 is how much? 2/12 he got from A. 2/12 he got from A. B. From B, what is it? 1/4 into 1/3. 5/12. 1/12 he got it from whom? From whom? B. So then what you will do? What is the sacrifice that they made? Once you know from their old ratio you reduce the new ratio, the answer should be 7:2:3. B is the right answer. Question number 48. The profit sharing ratio of A, B and C who are partners in a firm is 4:3. 4:3:2. After D is admitted, the sacrificing ratio will be. So point here is profit sharing ratio of A, B, C are given. D is admitted. Nothing is stated regarding at what ratio he is being admitted. Then how do you calculate the ratio? If nothing is stated regarding the ratio, it to be stated that he is being admitted for 1/4 equal share, then accordingly you calculate the others shares is a point. So B is the right answer. Friends, I am concluding this topic at this level for the simple reason all the remaining problems are the one for which many problems we did in our main module of my discussion in the partnership on admission of a partner. We did practical problems also there. So I leave this remaining the calculation part and all to the students. Any doubts you can very well come back to us. Thank you.